Hunter! Alley Cat. 1/1 beast, battle cry, summon a 1/1 cat, which I assume is also a beast. This card is fine. If you're super blitz aggro face hunter or a very aggressive beast hunter, you probably like this card. And then there's some other cards that have to do with having 1 mana minions. So, yeah, totally fine. Specific card. I mean, uh, uh, Argent Squire sees play. Possessed Villager sees play. This card's just really good, straight up. Also, great with Mark of Yasharji, which is played in that Beast Druid deck. Yeah, solid card. Smuggler's Crate, 1 mana, give a random beast in your hand +2/+2. Not good. I don't think this card is good. Part of the reason that pump spells are good in Hearthstone is because you can utilize the extra stats immediately. So the price you pay is having to already have the creature in play. The minion, excuse me. The price you pay is having to already have the minion in play. And the reward you get for paying that extra price is that your stats now have haste or charge. So Blessing of Kings, right? If I Hero Power and then Blessing of Kings on turn 6, then I have a 5/5. But if I already had a 1/1 and Blessing of Kings it, I have a 1/1 and a 4/4 charge. Sort of, almost. You get what I'm saying, right? So that's the whole point of pump spells, is that you get to take advantage of the stats right away in a charge-like fashion. These cards do not work that way, and thus are quite poor. Obviously, there are some cards that care about being big while in your hand or when they come into play, but not into it. The Shaky Zip Gunner is a 3/3 for 3. Death Rattle, give a random minion in your hand +2/+2. See, this is closer, right? Because this is an actual card. A 3/3 for 3 is almost playable. So the Death Rattle is almost incidental. And then you can play cute things with the Death Rattle itself, because there are things that like Death Rattle. But also, you can just take advantage of the ability without having to pay an upfront cost. Like, you have to pay a full card and a full mana for this. Now, the fact that it's a beast is both a blessing and a curse, because it gives you more control over what you're pumping, but not really, sort of. It gives you deck building control, but not in-game control. But it's also possible that it's blank, right, if you just don't have a beast in your hand. This thing is a random minion, so it'll almost always hit. But you don't get to have as much control over it, necessarily. But yeah. Hidden Cache. I almost said 2 mana. Of course, it's a Hunter Secret, so of course it's 2 mana. After your opponent plays a minion, give a random minion in your hand +2/+2. No, thank you. The only reason that you would want to do this is, like, if you don't have enough secrets, like if there just aren't enough secrets in the format for your secret hunter deck to work, so you have to play this one. But this is, like, one of the worst secrets of all time. Trog Beast Rager. I thought it was Beast Strangler. Beast Rager. 3/2 for 2. Battlecry, give a random beast in your hand +1/+1. See, again, a 3/2 for 2 is a card. So the Battlecry is almost incidental, so it's just kind of extra value. I'm not sure that this is a good enough rate. It's not like people were clamoring to play Bloodfen Raptors, but at least this is closer, right? I want the pump part to be incidental to the card. I want the card to work on its own. And Smuggler's Crate does not do that. Dispatch Kodo, 2/4 for 4, Beast, Battlecry, deal damage equal to this minion's attack. This card's insane. I feel like I have to explain it, but it's like, just look at it. Just read the card. Like, you know Stampeding Kodo is good. You know that, what's it called? This Guy's Toast is good. And you know that this effect is good. Keeper of the Grove, there you go. Dispatch Kavu. You know that that effect is good, right? Like the 187s, as we call them. The Necrotals, the kill a thing for a thing. Fire Elemental. So, this is another one of those. And its stats are pretty good. Like, do not kid yourself. Keeper of the Grove would have been played if it didn't silence for most of the time that it was played. And now it still silences, but it's a 2-2 instead of a 2-4 and still sees play. This is a 2-4 and a beast, which is insane because the 4 toughness on the beast means that it's that much more likely to survive so that you can Houndmaster it or whatever. Granny T points out, Dispatch Kodo is the payoff for those minion in hand pump spells. Sort of, right? Like, that's what it's designed to be. Otherwise, it would just say 2 damage, right? Obviously, this is supposed to work with those cards. The problem, if you can call it that, is that this card's great on its own. This card needs no help. So if you have some of the incidental pumps, then that's sweet. But I'm not looking for more reason to play this card. And I'm not looking to play bad cards to make this card good. Or to make this card better, because it's already great. Rat Pack, 2-2 for 3, Death Rattles. Summon a number of 1/1 rats equal to this minion's attack. See, this is closer to a payoff card, because I'm not going to play this card on its own. Right? This is, like, way worse than the Haunted Creeper. Way worse. But, say that I get a draw of this thing into this thing, I'm not too upset. Like, I'm only giving up a little bit of equity by having this be my 2-drop, and then I'm gaining that equity back, plus some, by having this be my 3-drop follow-up. This is the right balance of a payoff card. Because you have to put some thought into the Rat Pack. I'm going to play the Dispatch Kodo either way. But as is, I don't think this card's good enough, and I don't like the sort of pump a thing in your hand cards. Like Beast Rager is the only one that I'm really excited about. And I'm not even excited about it. I'm tepid at best. But like Zip Gunner is really hard to control and doesn't curve well. Like, I don't know. It's a big ask. Like, there's a lot of sweet 3-mana things I could be playing. Now, in Beast Hunter, it's possible you're playing this anyway because of things like Glavezuka and Houndmaster and stuff. Like, you have other ways to pump it once it's already in play. I'm saying the hand pump things are not good with it. But it is a Death Rattle, which is a thing in Hunter, and it is a Beast that works well with some cards that you're already playing. So all of that together as an entire package, as a whole, card is fine. It's just not good on its own. Or not good enough on its own, I should say. Piranha Launcher. I love the idea of a gun that launches piranhas, so I'm disappointed this card sucks so bad. 5 mana, 2/4 equipment. After your hero attacks, summon a 1/1 piranha. Yeah, I don't know. Quite poor. Pretty solid in Arena, I bet. Pretty solid in Arena, I bet. And that's all I can say. Knuckles, the blinged out gorilla. 5 mana, 3/7 beast. After this attacks a minion, excuse me, it also hits the enemy hero. So it's like that 5 mana, 3 damage thing, but in minion form. It is a big butt beast, which means it's more likely to survive to come back to your turn so that your kill commands and Hound Masters are on. But it is a pretty controlling card, right? Like, I'm going to attack your minion, but also get your face. It's not even a controlling card. It's a nonsense card. Like, this would be infinitely better as a 6/7 for 5. So how do you benefit from splitting? I guess against taunts, right? That's the only reason you would be doing that, doing this type of thing is for taunts. It's just upside extra value. Well, it's not just upside, right? Because in total, you're doing 6 damage, right? And now it's split up as 3 and 3. I'm saying in 90% of cases, 6-1 is better than 3 and 3 split to face and minion. Because, I mean, 3, if you could split it to 2 minions, forget about it. But, so you can aggressively attack minions. Right, but what deck wants to attack minions but also deal damage to the face, but not enough to just attack the face, right? That's what I'm saying. I understand what the card does. I read it. You saw me read it. You know I read it. And you'll have to take my word for it that I understand what it does. I'm trying to create the hypothetical scenarios where it is better than its, vanilla comparison. And yeah, Tom Alam, I already touched on that. The 7-butt beast is more likely to survive to turn on your other stuff. That's like the first thing I said, because I like those beast synergies. Ooh, I like that piranha art. It sucks that the card is so bad. This rat is stealing a rupee from Link. That's a 5, or that's a 20. Oh my god, that's a 20 ball. And Tabby Cat's adorable. It's awesome because people are going to be tilt raging at this thing and this thing. Because it's just going to come out of like balls to the wall blitz face hunter. And they're just tilting off at these tiny adorable kittens.